Hey everybody, Tabitha here from Tabitha Explorers, ready to take you on our next ship life adventure together. So in this video, I have continued an Italy exploration. This one kind of goes north and on the west side of Italy, Portofino, Cinque Terre, Livorno, Pisa, those kind of places. Some of these were my favorite places to do some photography. They were really beautiful areas. Of course, I'll talk a little bit about ship life, give you a bit more information on that sort of thing if that's something that you're interested in. As I think I said in the last video about this, I did about 5 years working on cruise ships, working for Celebrity and then Azamara. I think the first time I did Portofino, it was with Celebrity, but then all of the rest of the places I visited was with Azamara. A lot of people from other countries will work on cruise ships in order to make a living back home. They make way more money than they would at home, doing jobs that they completely differently trained for, but they make more money just working a cruise ship job than they would working these specialized jobs back home. India, China, Philippines, those kind of places. So you meet a lot of people on board from all these different countries for different reasons for being on board. In Canada, the money that you make on ships does not really compare to what you could make back in Canada. You do it more for the travel as opposed to the money you make. But the money definitely keeps you going, so you're able to enjoy the places that you visit and then enjoy a bit of time at home in between contracts. So when you are working on ships, you are typically working every day you're on board. Contracts range from 4 months to usually 6, but sometimes even 8 months on board ships, and then you are usually home for about a 2-month period on what they call vacation. I always called it kind of all of my weekends in one go. So because you don't get any time off, like days off anyways when you're working on cruise ships. So kind of took that as all my weekends all at once. That's kind of how I worked myself through it and dealt with having to work daily, as that was never something that I had to do growing up. I know that there's a lot of people out there that have had to do that, especially in this day and age when things are so much more expensive than they used to be. Yeah, so that's kind of the day in the life. Is you work every day. Your hours are usually well, it depends on what you do. So I was a purser. I worked in the purser's office. I made sure that all the guests paid their bills before they left the ship. So I would typically work in the mornings for a few hours, have a few hours off in the afternoon, and then you'd work through the evenings. So the reason it was like that was because often on ships you're in port for the afternoon or you're in port all day. So they want you to be able to go out and see some things, have some lunch or whatever. So if maybe you don't want to get out and you're tired, you might have a nap in the afternoon instead. But then you work kind of mornings and evenings. Now, of course, that's a little different with different departments. Kind of like a little bit of a description of what life is like on cruise ships. And in some future videos, I will continue with different parts of cruise ship life. But, to go ahead and go ahead with this video and the photos you'll see, I did a tour to Pisa with some guests. So as a crew member, you can sign up to host or escort guest tours. So you kind of get to do the tour for free, but you're there as a representative of the ship so that the guests can feel comfortable being on the tour with a crew member there if something were to go wrong or they had questions about the ship and things like that. So I did do one of those on this trip. Well, actually I did two, because I also did the Cinque Terre tour with some guests. I also got off on my own to explore in some of these. There was one trip to Pisa that I did that's in there that was just me and a friend. One stop in Portofino, I just went out by myself, just me and my camera, and just followed a path. Took me all the way to the end of the path and then back, and found some amazing flowers and places to take photos. So that was, kind of what this group of photos encompasses. So I hope you like this video. I hope that you'll like and subscribe. Please share, and thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.